G'day guys, Jess Skarratt here. Welcome to Surfing Australia TV, coming to you from beautiful Palm Beach, otherwise known as Palmy to the locals, here on the Gold Coast. Well, we have a killer F lined up for you today. Here's a taste of what you can expect. During the past summer, the talent of Australia's junior surfers was nurtured with the National Subway Summer Surf Series. A highlight for the winners of the Under-18 division was an all-expenses-paid training camp for both boys and girls at the Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre. We were there as the boys were put through their paces by world champ Joel Parkinson.
Subway Surf Camp is the pinnacle of the Subway Summer Surf Series. The winners from each division, the 13 events around Australia, have got the opportunity to come to a high performance camp here at the Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre. They've got 3 days with their peers who are some of the best in Australia.
To see the up-and-coming talent, to be learning from wonderful coaches, that were only last week in Margaret River working with world-profile surfers, is just such a wonderful opportunity.
Our job is to push them in the right direction to hopefully go on to be some of Australia's best surfers, and hopefully go on to be Australian world champions.
All the winners get together and I guess get to show their stuff and even come in here and train and get put through their paces.
We've got a bunch of 17-year-old kids here, the best surfers in Australia, that will see how Joel trains and will be really just integrated into what we call a daily training environment and into sports science and a culture of high performance elite training, and doing that at a young age and engaging them in this program that we have here at the High Performance Centre will really set them up to understand what it takes to become a champion.
The Subway Summer Surf Series is a perfect fit for healthy, active living. We represent eating well and getting on with life. And our association with surfing and Surfing Australia has been a great opportunity for really talented surfers all around Australia.
Just beforehand we're in the room talking to him, asking him questions and stuff, so it's a really good experience, and then to paddle out with him in his home break and see him get really good waves it's really nice to see.
I think they got an insight into what life on tour was like and some of the challenges, I guess. Then to get to go surf snapper behind the rock and have him call them into a few sets, I think, amazing.
We got some good little waves and good little barrels. A few of the kids got to see, I guess, what snapper's like behind the rock, and I saw a couple of good wipeouts and a couple of good barrels go down, so it was just good.
Yeah, it's cool having just all the juniors from all over different states in Australia just coming here and surfing with them and just seeing what they're up to and the level they're bringing. And yeah, it's good.
Everyone's improving and everyone's getting better and better and stronger, and you got to step up these days and show that you're here and ready to go. If it wasn't for Subway, we wouldn't have these events and this opportunity to compete and train in these facilities.
For the Subway Summer Surf Series to end here at the High Performance Centre, showcasing this amazing talent, is just a great finale to our sponsorship with Surfing Australia.
It's always good to see what the future holds, and the talent that we have around Australia is amazing. It's been a huge success, and it's great to see them supporting, junior surfing here in Australia.
It isn't just about having natural ability. It's about unlocking your body's maximum potential. We believe, through state-of-the-art scientific research and the most advanced athlete-tested product development, we will unlock the power to build the perfect athlete. Real athletes, real science, Muscle Farm.
The Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre, coaching for all surfers. Doesn't matter what level of surfing you're at, we've got coaching to cater for all abilities. It's not about us telling you how to surf. We listen to you and help improve your technique so that you enjoy your surfing more. Expert coaching, video analysis, surfing technique, strength and conditioning. Become a better surfer. Get online, book a camp at surfingaustraliahpc.com.
Now, if you happen to be on the southern end of the Gold Coast, I highly recommend you check out the Animals with Attitude Gold Coast Sculpture Trail, which features Koa, the surfing koala. The aim of the trail is to raise awareness of koala conservation and support the incredible work of the Currumbin Wildlife Hospital. Check it out.
The aim of the sculptures is basically to raise the awareness of the Currumbin Wildlife Hospital and the foundation that supports it. And it's a nice connection between obviously the animals, which are a real icon of the Gold Coast here, the artists that we have here, and the cities.
The bank's back and everyone's excited about Kirra, so what a better place to have Koa the koala, the surfing koala, positioned to Kirra, and to support a local initiative like this with Toyota, who's a major partner of ours. This is really important to protect Australia's wildlife, and surfing is a sport that's really very, very well aligned with nature and with the ocean and with the wildlife in and out of the water. So we think it's a good link and something that we're proud to be associated with.
A little bit of a goatee under the chin just to give it that surfing sort of connotation. I've surfed all my life, even in the tropics, and so it's very close to me in two different levels.
We hope that surfers, not just from all over Australia but from all over the world, get a photo with it and post it on their social platforms and get behind what is a fantastic initiative.
The Milwaukee Power Surfer Series, profiling heavy-duty tradies that rip. From the building site to the beach, we'll take you behind the scenes for a day in their life. See their tools of the trade both in and out of the water in these monthly features playing across MySurf TV and SATV. Think you have what it takes to be one of our featured power surfers? Then head to powersurfers.com.au.
Everdure, proudly Australian since 1935, and supporters of Surfing Australia and the Wahoo Surfer Gromscoms. Head to everdure.com to check out their amazing range of Aussie barbecues.
If you're looking for the best surfing footage from around the globe, the team at MySurf TV goes the extra yard. Let's take a look at what they've been up to lately.
About to get on a flight down New South Wales somewhere. A couple of freshies. Little strike mission. It looks like there's a good south swell down there. Really good winds, and with a bit of luck, we'll be able to get really good waves all day. But I don't want to jinx it too bad. Just got to get to the airport first, and then by tomorrow morning we'll be into it nice and early and scoring waves. It's really slabby and breaks on a shallow reef. Doesn't really have a channel at the end of the wave, so a lot of them you actually have to doggy door and come out the front, and it's pretty sharky too. So yeah, there's definitely some elements to that wave that are really heavy, and to be honest, I mean, it's a pretty phenomenal wave. locals have that knowledge of knowing where exactly to sit and which ones to take off on. You know, you rock up and sometimes you can't believe how good these guys surf, and it was just really cool to see that they were holding it down on their own spot. We'd been out there since 7 o'clock in the morning. It was so perfect still, so it was hard to go in. You know, just going, oh, I'll just get one more. Yeah, that was definitely the highlight of the day. I felt like I was in the perfect spot from the start. Got to stand in this, you know, pretty big cave, basically the length of the wave. Yeah, it was a really good way to end the day. Basically, we came in and packed our stuff, went straight to the airport and we're home. There's nothing better, you know, be surfed out after one day of surfing and be able to sleep in your same bed that night.
Early morning netball, it's sideline coffee time. The boys begin stretching. Soccer's next, let's ride. Need another latte to cheer on the team. Dad and the 4 kids exhausted. Mum will be up for a week.
Introducing the all-new Kluger, Australia's latest and greatest place to raise a family.
The Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre. Coaching for all surfers. Doesn't matter what level of surfing you're at. Expert coaching, video analysis, surfing technique, strength and conditioning. Book a camp at surfingaustraliahpc.com.
One of the biggest gatherings of junior surfers in Australia is the Billabong Oz Grom Cup at Coffs Harbour. Froth levels are at an all-time high as Groms take over the beach, and we were there to capture all the fun.
The background of this event, the Coffs Harbour Board Owners Committee sat down and thought about how we can contribute to the Australian Junior Surfing Program, and we come up with a concept to have under 8s all the way through to under 18, so there's a pathway of inspiration. We've had kids as young as 5 years old out in the divisions, especially in the under 8s.
It was a big waves and it was a turn.
Are you pretty proud of how you surfed?
Yes. There was some good sets coming through and it was fun out there.
All the kids were frothing and it's definitely a great comp for all the little kids to start off.
This resonates. The reason why we do this is to make sure we provide a platform for these kids to go on in 10 or 15, 20 years time and to be the best surfers they can be, and making sure Australian surfing is bright for the future, and yeah, the rest will take care of itself.
I like surfing with my friends because they're really happy when they surf. I just try and go my best.
On the ground, get down on the ground with me.
Yeah, this event's been sick. It's probably my favourite event of the year. It's so great that all our friends across the country come around. So much fun to hang out with them.
Everdure, proudly Australian since 1935, and supporters of Surfing Australia and the Wahoo Surfer Groms Comps. Head to everdure.com to check out their amazing range of Aussie barbecues.
The Milwaukee Power Surfer Series, profiling heavy-duty tradies that rip. From the building site to the beach, we'll take you behind the scenes for a day in their life. see their tools of the trade both in and out of the water in these monthly features playing across MySurf TV and SATV. Think you have what it takes to be one of our featured power surfers? Then head to powersurfers.com.au.
Harley Ingleby is one of Australia's most versatile surfers. He's a two-time world longboard champion, but he's equally comfortable ripping it up on a shortboard. We were lucky enough to catch up with Harley to find out a little bit more about him.
My dad made me my first couple of boards. He's always been collecting old boards from all eras since I was 1 or 2 years old. So I literally grew up under a big collection of old boards, and I don't think I had much choice really whether I was going to be a surfer or not. I've always ridden absolutely everything since I was really little. Short and long, everything in between, and even finless boards, stuff like that. I think it's made me a lot better surfer. Just kept me keen being able to ride all kinds of different equipment. Yeah, kept my surfing fresh. Life's been ultra busy for me lately, which is good. Working with FCS really closely. I've always done that since I was really young. Working for GoPro as a sales rep, plus also shooting everyday content for them as one of their athletes. Having a surf school and being able to be a part of the next generation of kids coming through, part of that whole pathway at home really. I've really liked trying to work on all sides of my longboarding, but in particular try and develop a fin set that could really sort of go next level with performance longboarding. Just with the way design and the refinement of the rails and everything like that, I found I didn't need as much area, so the way my new set is just shrunken everything down a little bit more, just a little bit more refined in the tip. And also the adaptability of having a quad set in the range too, which is unreal for when the waves are quite good and hollow, so I love the quad set. The performance attributes I look for in a fin, just getting that really good balance of having a lot of drive and a lot of hold, but then also still having a smaller tip so you can get some nice release off the top. Having an all toolless fin set, I'm just getting more out of my boards more often because we'll make that change right before a session if the conditions look like, I should have a quad set in or the bigger back fin. Before you'd be like, oh, should I change my fins? And even though screwing in a couple of grub screws was pretty easy, just snapping fins in and out and chopping and changing in like 10 seconds, I just find I do it more often and I'm getting more out of my boards. My new FCS2 thruster set and quad sets, they're all PC, all toolless. PC construction's so light and just got really good flex. I think it's the best construction for performance fins in my opinion. It was an unbelievable feeling winning my second world title in China last year. So stoked to have the prototypes of my new toolless longboard fins over there. I had 2 different sizes of back fin. I was riding just the straight thruster set to start off with. Right before my first heat, I swapped it straight out for the slightly bigger, the 5.5-inch back fin, which just gave me that bit more better hold in the windy conditions, and it was unreal just to be able to make that decision and be able to change super quick right before my heat. I'm definitely going to be having a crack at some more world titles, I hope. That's my goal in my surfing. I really just want to help leave the sport of longboarding in a better position than when I came into it. It's a sport I really believe in, and it's given me such an unbelievable life. I've been able to travel the world and meet so many amazing people. So yeah, I just want to try and give back to the sport and hopefully help take it to the next level for the next guys.
Milwaukee Tools and Surfing Australia have joined forces to produce Milwaukee Power Surfers, which is a 6-part series profiling Aussie tradies who rip. Time now for Ep 2 featuring Gold Coaster Corey Zimes.
I'm Corey Zimes, born in Southport, grew up in Currumbin and 32 years old. Probably the highlight of the junior career was finishing 3rd overall on the Australasian Pro Junior Series. From then on, I went on to the WQS at about age 20, 21. And then I guess the end of my sort of QS career was my injury with my back. I broke that, I think, when I was about 27. But yeah, the injury healed up quite well, and ended up actually winning the Quicksilver Pro Trials. It was the first event I went back in, and then got into the Quickie Pro. So that was sort of the finish of my competing years at that level anyway. This is probably just my stock standard everyday board that I ride, my normal DX1 that I get off Darren. Goes pretty much good in all conditions. I ride it when it's from 1 foot through to 6 foot. A year and a half now that I've started up my own company. I started up Alley Building and Construction. I've sort of also got a second little branch there with a bit of recycled furniture and stuff that's all part of it. This is one that I did a shop fit out of, so it's pretty much all just recycled shelving and hanging racks and a bit of everything. Working with this old hardwood, everything's pretty heavy. It's really handy to have tools like Milwaukee that can handle that sort of timber and just cuts through it like butter. Bit of a semi-big reno going over on the beach at 23rd Avenue there at Palm Beach. It's an old 1950s beach shack sort of style, and ripped the roof off it and put some steel structure in, going up another level. We're just trying to keep to that same theme and reusing all the old hopper windows and everything and refurbing them and putting them back in. So it's a pretty fun job, and we just got the roof on it last Saturday, so it's starting to come along. Pretty tempting sometimes, working right there, looking at it all day long when the waves are pumping, so I try and make the most of it when I can. I still want to be surfing and enjoying it in 10 years' time, but work's now sort of becoming a bit more of a priority, and see if I can grow the company.
Do you want to be a Milwaukee power surfer and feature on Surfing Australia TV? Well, all you got to do is upload your photo and hashtag Ultimate Power Surfer, or head to powersurfers.com.au and upload your pic. It's as easy as that. Not only could you score yourself a massive Milwaukee Power Pack valued at more than $2,000, but as I mentioned, you could feature right here on SA TV. But hurry, entries close June 30. Earlier in the show, we joined the boys at the Subway Surf Camp. Well, now we're off to the girls' camp, which features the under-18 winners of the Subway Summer Surf Series, and they're joined by World Surf League competitor Laura Eneva.
This camp is about the Subway Summer Surf Series. It's basically all the girls that have won contests in their state region.
It's such a good opportunity that Subway's given us, and everyone's getting along really well, and we're getting some fun waves and we're having a heaps good time.
To see Subway in this environment supporting healthy active living, seeing these facilities, it's just amazing.
I used to come to camps at the HPC, and it's so everything you learn is so valuable, and they're all going to take away a lot of great knowledge from all the coaches up here, and to be here with them is amazing to see how well they're all surfing and keep me on my toes too.
It's good to see Laura around and like watch her surfing because she's like amazing, and like you see what she does and you kind of like aspire to what she does.
And so we've been focusing in on doing major manoeuvres in our surfing sessions and also keeping up that level of intensity throughout the entire wave. We've had Holly like busting like some crazy airs, and you know, she's a real inspiration to the girls, and we've seen a lot of other girls really starting to push the limits with their surfing.
Yeah, it's heaps of fun. All the girls are really surfing well, and it's good to push yourself and get some feedback from the coaches. I really like surfing with Laura. She's an amazing surfer, and it's good to watch like how she approaches the wave and stuff, and kind of try to copy that, I guess.
She's great with them. I mean, they're even just sitting there having lunch and they're asking questions, and I think Laura out there surfing today as well, you can see that they just, you know, really lift when she's around as well.
Oh, what? That would have been like an 8 in the CT. That was so good. Ask me anything, because when I was your age I was a little chatterbox. It's actually competition's more so how you lose than how you win. Like it can put you down, but it's just how you sort of rise up after it all, and taking out all doubt and just being like really sure and backing yourself, and just putting yourself in a really nice place that you're like, oh my God, I love surfing, like I love this, we have the life, we're living the dream, like go just enjoy it.
I think we've got a bright future ahead of us with this next crop coming through. Some of our best talented kids here are like 14, and they could definitely give some like under 18 girls maybe a bit of a shake up.
You know, what the future holds for these girls is great, and for somebody to be a part of that is, you know, it's really rewarding.
Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. It's been awesome to have your company. For more info on anything that you've seen today, all you got to do is head to our website, and don't forget to keep in touch with us via social media. I'm Jess Skarratt, and I'll see you guys next time for more Surfing Australia TV. Bye.